Hey guys, on this week's Raw and Uncut, we are going to be talking about MyfitnessPal and high intensity exercise versus low intensity exercise.
Yeah, we are.
Put your bloody eye out then.
Oh, fucking laugh. You got one in the eye.
Right,
First time.
so guys, this is a subject that we encourage a lot of our clients to use MyfitnessPal.
I like MyfitnessPal.
You're a big fan, aren't you?
I love
I love it.
MyfitnessPal.
Right, and you love it.
I don't know why you would not use it.
Massive lovers.
Why
I
would
do
you-
like it. I'm just lazy. Right, so
How are you not? Why are you
I
not
can't be asked to go for
If you're lazy,
quarter of a
that should be a
spoon.
reason to use it.
Hopefully we'll be changing that in the future. But in the meantime, MyFitnessPal is the thing, right?
Superb.
So I'm going to let Chris talk about this and Matt talk about this nature talk because they're more au fait with it. What was the thing that you said the
Right.
clients were talking about?
Rule number one on MyFitnessPal. We'll do step by step.
Yeah.
When download MyFitnessPal and you sign up for it, they ask you some questions about what you want to do, how much weight do you want to drop, and that's the big question because most people will go, I want to drop like 2k in a week. MyFitnessPal go, right, cool, here's your calories, and it will set your calories super low, probably around 1,200. It's just too much of a deficit. So what I would do
There's
personally,
a really
if
good
you're-
blog on too much of a deficit up on our site
It's
as
a
well.
blog. So I tend to use, if you're at home now, it's hard to explain on a Raw and Uncut, but the Harris Benedict formula is a super good way to find out your maintenance level at the moment.
Very simple.
Simple way, and it's pretty fucking accurate compared to if you work it out yourself. So what I would normally do to a client, I would track their food for 7 days, find out their average consumption, then go into a deficit by around 10 to 20%. If you can't do that, then use the Harris Benedict. I'll put a link under this video actually to the formula on our site, isn't it?
Yeah.
I put a link
This is all
onto
getting
the
a bit
site.
professional.
That will give you your maintenance level, go into a deficit, which is lowering your calories by 10 to 20%, and put that figure in MyFitnessPal. That's a much more accurate way of doing it. Now, rule number 2 in MyFitnessPal is it will give you your food calorific daily amount. So let's say you're at 1,700, for example. If you in that day you do cycling, you do running, and you do a tennis match, it will calculate how many calories you burn, and it will say, it will put it in there, say 800 calories. So it will give you 800 calories more. Ignore that. Turn the exercise function off. You've already set your deficit. So just concentrate on your food. Wherever it sets you, 1,600, 1,700, 1,750, just keep to those calories.
So what you're saying is if it says, oh, well done, you've burnt 400 calories from
So you
exercise, that
eat
doesn't
that
mean you
extra.
can eat
No, cannot
400 calories from
No.
exercise. Okay.
Also, rule number
Because your
3.
coach has probably already preset those calories,
Yeah.
taken into consideration.
Well, that's
what
if they're
you
working
need
with a
to be
coach, of
eating.
course.
Or you've done it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you've used the formula Chris mentioned. Yeah.
Rule number 3 in MyFitnessPal is I turn it onto weekly views. So I do my week Friday to Friday rather than Monday to Monday. Because everyone eats like a ball bag on a Friday, Saturday, and then the rest of the week they tend to have lower calories. You'd like your money, you don't spend the same money each day. Some days you spend more, some days you spend less. I tend to turn my calories onto weekly views, so Friday to Friday. As long as my book's balanced in the week, I've done a decent job. So Friday to Friday,
I
Friday
didn't know
to
you could do that. It's like a MyFitnessPal expert.
yeah, I
isn't
should
it?
work for them. I'm not on commission by the way, but I could be. Friday, Saturday,
You
and
can't beat them.
Sunday I eat more calories. So I will probably go over my calories by 200 or 300 a day, which means I've got poverty calories for the rest of the week. You only ever do that once because you're living off like rice and beans, and that's it. So
I don't even think you get that much, mate. Living
Nah.
off the poverty calories.
So
yeah, but I like the way you've summed up. It's like you've described in your email today about you wouldn't just get paid on the first and be broke by the second.
yeah.
I mean, you would. I know you got to lay for the fact you got to pay bills and certain things you got to use, but you wouldn't literally go, I've got this much left, I'm going to spunk it today, would you?
No.
You'd,
Make
you
it
know what I mean?
last
You'd
for the
try it
Try
at least
anyway.
to, yeah.
Or at least till the 3 or 4 days before you get paid.
I think so. If anybody is using MyFitnessPal, I am a fan of tracking your food
Yeah.
and tracking your calories, because at the end of the day, you can't. You're just guessing, and if you're guessing, you're probably getting it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, of course, you've got like loads of experience of knowing your foods, and you've been literally. I mean, most of us are pretty good about. We could pretty much guesstimate what our calories are for most of the day, couldn't we?
Until you come to a point where
We've been
know,
doing
yeah.
it so long, it's just become second nature. But if it's new to you, then these apps, there are other ones.
Superb.
MyFitnessPal, there are
And,
other ones, but the most popular one, I guess, is MyFitnessPal.
And put everything in.
The biggest-
like, everything you eat, put it in.
Yeah.
Coconut oil. Do not miss coconut oil out. The amount of people
Oh
that
man,
miss
that's amazing. That's a big one.
coconut oil out, and you have like
Or-
3 teaspoons a day, and it's like 360
Or not
calories.
counting the milk and sugar in your tea. Count it.
Yes.
Milk and
Everything.
sugar will add
And you
up
put,
if
you
you're
know,
having
like,
3 or 4
absolutely, if you
cups of
put
tea a
butter on
day.
your sandwich or you put mayonnaise in your sweet corn and whatever, you know what I
Count
mean? Yeah, absolutely, yeah, exactly. Everything that goes in your mouth, you can.
Snacks do count as calories.
Wow, snacks
Put
are
your
brilliant. I
snacks
don't know what
in.
you're sticking in. Snacks.
It
Do you know what? That's a really, do you know what?
It is.
That's a really good one. We get
So-
that. We get like that a lot. So they go. So people go. So what do we get for a snack? What's a snack? Look, understand, right? That snacks are still calories. It's not like 3 meals plus snacks.
See, then
If you're going to eat snacks, they've got to be counted in.
So we had 3 meals today. No snacks. Well, I might have had a bag of nuts.
Yeah, that's the best one. A bag of nuts and a handful of raisins. And and Jane bought in some birthday cake and I had a slice of birthday cake. And all these things, there's nothing wrong with any of that.
That is why I love
Just-
snacks, Julie.
that there is nothing wrong with it as long as you count it. It's not necessarily so much about like you had chicken over cake or cake over chicken. Just make sure that you're measuring it.
Yeah.
Cool. Next subject. Again, something that because it's all out. You know, it's all over the place all the time about how you should be training and what's trendy. And the biggest one, and this is something that's been researched several times, and it'll either win one way or the other person will win. High intensity exercise or HIIT over low intensity exercise. So what we're looking steady state. So low intensity steady state cardio over high intensity cardio. So generally, so you just so you
Wait,
know.
is low and steady?
So low and steady would be going for a walk for anything in excess of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes and longer. So nice, casual, or
At
a
a
light,
consistent pace
at a
as
consistent pace, like a light jog or doing a stairmaster or whatever it is for long periods. High intensity is usually very short bursts of high intensity exercise, usually working in like what 7% plus, 8% plus of your maximum.
Sometimes
Yeah.
not
Even
that.
yeah, and then doing that for say 30 seconds, taking a 10, 20, 30 second rest and smashing it again. There is nothing wrong with either. One, it depends on how you are. I find it impossible to watch power while doing high intensity exercise. It really disturbs it. So I find
You
walking on the
cannot get your
stairs.
box set in, can
You
you?
definitely cannot get a box set in doing a high intensity exercise. It's, you know, burpees really interfere with watching box sets. So personally, because I'm lazy, I like to do an hour on the stairs because that means I can kill an episode of power. If you're not watching power, something wrong with you. But
Grabs it.
it's great. But so, I personally, and besides that, I've always been a fan of low intensity. For me, HIIT I don't mind. I just find it a little bit. I know it sounds really funny, but I find it kind of boring.
Do you know what I find? People go,
Do you?
Yeah.
People go, what should I do? What should I do? Should I do low intensity, Zumba circuits, whatever. If you're just thinking about losing weight, you haven't got time. Some haven't got time. Some haven't got the money to do it.
Yeah.
If you haven't got money or time to fit it in, I would just literally count steps. Or how can I get my activity up in this window?
Yeah.
So my deficit takes care of this. So how can I get my activity up during this? I
Yeah.
may park in the furthest space away in Tesco's. I
Yeah.
may get off the bus stop. I know it sounds shitty, but a bus stop, stop
Absolutely.
early. How can I get my activity up, my NEAT up in the day? I
Make it
guarantee
part, make
you'll
it
drop.
part of your
yeah.
days, definitely.
Guarantee you'll drop weight in a deficit, and just make sure you get your NEAT up.
So the easiest way to
Guarantee it.
decide which way you go, right? Ignore the weight training for a minute. Just ignoring that bit, right? The easiest way to decide what you do is if you've been quite sedentary, and as in you haven't done a lot of exercise, a lot of moving around for a long time, and you're on the playground, and Jane says, "Oh, I've been doing insanity, this intensity thing, and I've lost 10 pounds in the last, so many days." If you haven't moved like that in longer than 12 months,
Yeah.
it's
gonna
pointless.
kill
You're
you.
not going to you're either going to injure yourself, or you're just not or die. You're just not going to enjoy it. You're
Or
just not
have-
going to enjoy it.
Or have severe DOMs for 4 or 5 days after,
Exactly.
and you're going to really be put off
You're
exercise again.
you're not going to enjoy it. Therefore, it's not going to work for you. Therefore, you're put straight off. Therefore, you set yourself up to fail.
Going back to HIIT though,
Yeah.
I find, and I've done this years, people find that HIIT gives them soreness, which must mean they're doing a good job.
No.
Or they're sweating profusely.
Soreness does
Yeah.
not mean you've had a good workout.
Don't
Soreness
judge
just
on
means your coach just put you for a fucking hard workout and you're sore for 2 or 3
Or-
days after. You may get soreness the day after. It's a given. Yeah, you will. You can't walk upstairs. You can't shit for 2 weeks because you're so sore. Your coach the bell end. Simple. It is, isn't it? Just because you beat your legs for an hour thinking he's a big bollocks.
Or you've beaten
Or you've
yourself.
done
You
it.
know, there's no heroes in it.
No, you shouldn't be so. You will get soreness the day after. It is a given. But you shouldn't get pain, so you couldn't walk up the
Soreness
stairs
is
without grabbing onto the
usually
banister.
it's more sort of associated with when you're starting training again or trying something new. Like it's when there's new stimulus. If you're leg pressing but you're progressing every week, after the first 3 or 4 weeks, it's highly unlikely as you progress further on you're going to get any soreness from that leg press anymore. Because your body is used to that stimulus now.
Yeah. If it's your first session, then the chances are you probably are going to have trouble
Or if it's a new exercise or something
You're
like
going to
that.
have trouble sitting on the toilet, and you might have trouble getting down the stairs. But that shouldn't be every time.
No.
Your body should have a period of adjustment. So what we're saying is, there's nothing wrong with whichever way you choose, but you've got to choose something that suits you. Now, if you are able to do high intensity because you haven't got time, but you are relatively fit, and I don't mean like, you take regular exercise and run like a whatever, but I just think you've got to be realistic. If you can hit 20 minutes and that's all you've got and you can give it everything, awesome. If you haven't exercised or you're carrying quite some excessive weight, you are better off putting your iPhone, iPod, whatever it is on and going for a walk.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
I fucking hate running. I'm not a runner.
You're built to run though,
I
aren't
used to run quite well.
Like a gazelle,
I was a
aren't
pretty
you?
good runner, but I hate running. I can't.
You always
can't
used
be
to win
arsed.
by nose, didn't you?
I used to win. Yeah. I used to win. I was good at running as well. That's a good one. I was a good runner. But I don't enjoy it, so I don't do it.
But yeah, and you have got to find what you enjoy. So, and also your ability. Now, we're not saying you can't build up to these things. You can start off with maybe walking, and then you go into a light jog, and then you might do 30 seconds of running with a 1 minute walk, and then you build up, and you get your fitness, and then you think, do you know what? No, I think I am going to challenge myself. I am going to do a really high intensity workout, and just do what your ability. What's that?
Kick out to 5k.
If you mean from my car, yeah, get off into the car. Yeah, quite easy, mate. Yeah. I wouldn't want to.
Did you actually do it?
He did it, yeah.
What? Yeah, I did coach to 5k. Yeah.
Well,
I
up and
just-
down the couch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 5,000 times.
Yeah,
That's what it was when it go.
He went backwards though, he went from 5k to the couch.
I've tried. Do you know what? Do you know why I do a lot? I do a lot of these things because I want to see. Because obviously, when things want to become popular,
I think you did that, I think so.
seriously, I did. When things are popular, I like to see why. I don't want to just be one of them kind of people that just goes, nah,
Did you
it's
get
crap.
the 5k?
Yeah, I did hit the 5k.
Really?
But I tell you what, I tell you the biggest thing for me, because obviously, as you can tell, I'm not built to run, unless of course somebody's chasing me or I'm chasing them. But I'm not. I found it really hit. Sailing.
This is a sailing grain, any fucking.
Yeah, but you won't go.
No,
It's
you
right
won't.
across the road now, mate. But
Don't plug it.
for me, I'm just like, it just hurts. But I don't mean it like in an exercise way. I mean, I'd have my hips would be hurting, my knees would be hurting, and I'm just not built to do running. I'm just not. I know that. Plus, I don't really enjoy it.
What I don't get also, I'm going to slightly go a different subject,
For you.
is why people don't service their body. So I've 4 people this morning said, I'm a bit like tight
I
on my
might
hips.
take mine in for a service later.
Yeah, boy. Service my machine.
My engine is running a little low.
I need to get my dipstick out. Get my heart.
Lipstick, did you say?
Not a
Yeah,
lipstick.
yeah. Talking about a dog again, isn't she? He's got his
Get my
he's got his
lipstick
lipstick out, Mum.
If I said I think it'd be style to get my lipstick out.
Well,
You are brilliant.
No, but I don't wonder why people do not get massages more often. I learnt my lesson. So did you, didn't you?
Yeah.
We learnt our lessons not massaging. And I still don't do it enough now. I probably do it every 10 to 12 weeks probably.
Again, do you know why? Because of time. It's like,
It's boring.
I ain't really got time to lie on the couch for an hour.
I think it might be ADHD.
However, I think it would be
It's
a
boring.
good. It's definitely a good thing, and after you do
Yeah.
feel a lot better. But it's
It's
that
release.
like finding an hour. Yes, okay.
If you book it in like you would.
Really, is that how it is in your house?
it's like booking, it's like
Yeah,
booking
well,
your car.
He has to book in a release. Ah, cool. Alright.
Time for my release.
Both busy people.
Yeah.
You're on the diary. So, yeah. All good?
Yeah, we're good. Any questions, drop them underneath. Private messages, I'll answer them next Friday on Raw and Uncut.
You got anything to say?
No.
I like cheese.
I like cheese. What, mate?
Oh my god, I tried protein cheese last night.
What? Actually, do you know what? Before we run off, can somebody explain to me why the fudge has everything?
Sandwich.
Yeah, why the fudge is? That's another subject, isn't it? Why the fudge is everything got protein written on it?
Profit, mate. That's
Oh, we
why.
know what it is, of course.
Because
yeah.
as soon as
Simple
people see the
economics.
word protein on it, they go, well, that must be better than the normal one.
So I looked the other day, right, at protein Weetabix over Weetabix. There's nothing in it.
No.
There's no different.
Or, I'll tell you what
Just,
there
just
was.
the word protein. Just the word protein. Just the word protein on the box.
Protein shreddies
Yes.
have got more protein in.
What have they got?
But,
What is it like 1 gram?
no, it's quite a lot actually. But it's a sauce that you can't actually digest properly
Cool.
because it's soy
Nice.
and it's not fermented.
We'll go with soy next week.
Yeah, let's do soy next
Yeah,
week.
soy.
Let's do that.
Yes. Why is
Soy?
everything soy based?
If it's Halo though, ugh.
I had a dairy-free one,
I had
They're all-
that. It's
they're all-
amazing,
they're
isn't
all
it?
now.
and it was
Not
really
all
good.
of
Really
The
good.
peanut butter cup one isn't.
Well, I had that one last night. 2 for £7 at the moment on Tesco.
Wow, looking at brilliant. Now we're here just promoting shit. So that was my question. I want to know why everything's just got the word protein in it, like protein sausage rolls and protein carrots.
Spells.
No, I don't. I'm gonna shut up.
Protein carrots.
Protein carrots.
Companies know that people see the word protein and go, oh,
It's diet.
I'm dieting, so I better have that one.
I
And
just-
they buy it, and it's £4 more expensive than the normal one.
So please don't be fooled by that shit.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by it. Look on the back and just go, look, compare that to the original product and go, okay, where's it come from? If it's come from soy, probably I'm not gonna look. I don't want to get into it because I'm not like all the people go, there's nothing wrong with soy. But I personally am not a soy fan unless it's fermented soy, and even then it's it tastes like shit.
The protein cheese wasn't very nice.
Protein cheese, you know what I mean? So it just generally means that it's. I don't know what it means. I'm still confused by it all.
And if you're paying an extra £4.50 for 1 gram extra protein, it's probably not worth it.
I bought it and walked
Probably
out.
not off by the top of whey
It
protein.
was £4.
Just go for
For what?
chicken.
For cheese.
£4 for cheese.
And I thought I
You
walked
got
out.
paid too much.
I walked out like I'd been violated. No, I
£4
didn't
for
realise.
cheese?
I didn't
You pay
realise.
£5 on top of Halo, mate. You've got nothing to be
No, but cheese, £4 for
It was protein cheese.
Somebody pays you way too
I got
well.
brought into
It
it.
tastes like rubber.
It was, yeah, rubber, yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
very nice.
I was going to call the police. I thought I'd be robbed. I know, like, so when I poured into there, I just bought some
I don't know why
protein
you guys
cheese.
just don't need regular
Oh, do you know what, mate? If we could do that on the Raw and Uncut where you call the police and say, I think I've been robbed.
I just
protein
bought some protein cheese
please.
for £4. Fucking Tesco have robbed me. Can you send a car in there, please?
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend as usual. We will see you next week on the next Raw and Uncut.